Hello BookTube, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and today I've got another book haul for you. This, I believe, is going to be my last fall book haul, and as I mentioned in a couple of my previous book haul videos for the other genres, Today I've got a subgenre of a subgenre. These are actually Christian-based mysteries. Most of them are cozy mysteries, but there's a couple of them that might not be classified as cozy, but they are still published by Christian publishers, and they have an underlying Christian theme. So let me first show you the ones that I don't think are cozy, and then I'll move into the cozies. Now, this book I got free from the Friends of the Library. They were going to recycle it because the pages are kind of yellowed and they didn't really want to sell it. And so when I saw they were going to recycle it, I decided I would just keep it and pass it on to someone else because it really isn't in very bad condition. It's just a little bit yellowed. And I was going to pass it on to someone else, but then I saw Laura from Mom to Triplets 04 doing one of her Saturday Shelfie tours, and she pulled this book out and said, "Oh, I didn't know I had this book. Someone that works, a teacher from the school where I work, told me I should read this." So I thought, I have that book too, so maybe I should hang on to it and read it. So I decided to give it a second look. It is called House by Frank Peretti and Ted Decker. On the back it says it's a mind-bending supernatural thriller. So I don't know if this is up my alley or not, but I decided to take a second look at it. This is the fifth book in a series of mysteries about a search and rescue, about a woman who works in search and rescue. This is the Rock Harbor, this is Cry in the Night by Colleen Coble, and it's part of the Rock Harbor mystery series. I've got this again free in a bunch of books, and so I'm going to hang on to it and see if I can get a hold of the first book and see if I like it, and if I do, then I will eventually work my way to this one. Now, this is a series by Gilbert Morris. My mother used to read Gilbert Morris, and he has quite a variety of types of series, but he is a well-known Christian author. Most of the books I've seen of his are historical fiction, and this series seems to be about a female detective. She has inherited her father's floundering detective agency. He's ill, and so she goes in and takes over for him. And I don't have the first one, though. I got these free, and I'm still on the lookout for the first book. I thought I would hang on to them and see if I can find the first one. Now, the interesting thing about this series, there's a total of 6 books, and they originally came out in the 90s. Then a different publisher took the first 4 books and kind of revamped them, gave them new names, updated the title of the series, and then published them again in the early 2000s. So I actually have 3 of the original and then 1 of the updated version. So the series is called the Danielle Ross Mystery Series, or the updated version is the Danny Ross Mysteries. And the first one is Guilt by Association, which I don't have. The second one is The Final Curtain. And the third one is Deadly Deception. Now again, as I mentioned, the fourth one I have in the updated series, and the titles of this set all have a number in the title. So this is the 4th book, and it's called 4 of a Kind. But as I understand, they are exactly the same story on the inside. The new publisher just updated the titles and the covers, but it's the same set of stories. And then the 5th book is The Quality of Mercy. And I believe there is a 6th book that I don't have. But like I said, according to Goodreads, the 5th and 6th book were not ever published by the second publisher. Maybe it just wasn't a popular enough series to keep going. I don't know. But it looked interesting enough that I thought I would give it a second look. And while I'm on the subject of Gilbert Morris, he has a series, I think it's a trilogy of cozy mysteries that are cat related. This is book 2, The Cat's Pajamas. I already have book 1 and 3. All of them came free to me from the Friends of the Library. They're a little bit raggedy, and so they were just recycling them. And since I love cats and I love cozies, when I saw the first one, I decided to hang on to it. And then eventually, as they've been going through and culling out books, I have been able to get a hold of all 3 of them now. I first saw this series, I believe, on Goodreads, and it looked really good, and I love the covers, and I think I already have 1 or 2 of them, but I was on the lookout for the first one, and so one of these is the first one, but I didn't write it on the inside, so I'm not sure. This is The Secrets of the Blue Hill Library series, and they are by Emily Thomas. I have Nowhere to Be Found, and Unlocking the Truth. And these are published by Guidepost. I absolutely love Guidepost books. I love the covers. They do such a great job with their covers. In fact, the rest of the books in this haul are going to be Guidepost books of various series. This is from the Patchwork Mystery series, which I've already started reading. I have the first 14, but I found out that there are more than 20 of them. And so just randomly in 2 different places, I found books 21 and 25. Book 25 is A Spot of Trouble, and book 21 is A Mother's Love. I would like to get this whole series and read them and pass them on to my sister. I had thought I would get the first 14 that I have read and taken to her by Thanksgiving, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that far because Thanksgiving is a month away. But I may go ahead and take her the ones that I've read so she can go ahead and get started on them. And I love the series. It is about a quilt restorer, and it is Christian based, and it's just great. The mysteries that I've read so far have a lot to do with research. She has to kind of research and go through files and genealogy, and she uses clues she finds in quilts to find to solve the current day mystery that is happening in her life. So they're really good so far, and nothing bloody or gory about them, but just suspenseful. That is exactly the type of mystery that I like. Okay, so the next 2 I just found yesterday at a thrift store, and every Wednesday they have 50% off all books, and I had forgotten about it. I was actually taking some books to donate, and then I went inside to shop, and they had several Christian mysteries. A lot of them I already had, but these were the only ones of 2 series that are new to me, and I know I said I wasn't going to buy any new to me series until I read some of the ones that I have, but 50% at 50 cents each, I just couldn't pass these up because they looked really interesting. This series is called Mystery and the Minister's Wife, and this book is For the Least of These by Charlotte Carter. And again, these are also Guidepost books. This series is called Secrets of Mary's Bookshop. This particular book is called A New Chapter, and it's by Kristen Eckhart. Now, the last group of books are from my church library. If you saw my Christian fiction haul, I told you that our church is disbanding, and so the church librarian has been giving away books to members, and so I was able to get this set, which is the Church Choir Mystery Series. Now, I already had 3 of these, which is, and I haven't read them, but I was familiar with the series, and they look really fun. So here are the ones I got. And I don't think they go in any particular order. They have different authors, but they are all about the same group of people. The Greedy Auctioneer by Evelyn Minchell. The Kidnappers Club by Roberta Updegraff. No Safe Harbor by Nicola Furlong. The Coin Conspiracy by Eileen M. Berger. Sad Clown Affair by Nicola Furlong. The Case of the Grandfather Clock by Roberta Updegraff. Disappointed Diva by Evelyn Minchell. The Doubtful Doctor by Eileen M. Berger. Maim That Tune by Rhoda Blecker. The Missing Hydrangeas by Eileen M. Berger. The Wicked Step Twister by Sandy Dingler. Mischief in Mason City by Eileen Manchell. The Comatose Cat by Sandy Dangler. The Highly Suspicious Halo by Eileen M. Berger. The Regrettable Rumors by Eileen M. Berger. And Plots and Pans by Nicola Furlong. So I haven't checked Goodreads yet to see if I have them all now. I don't know. I can't even remember how big the series is, but I don't need them all. This is more than enough probably to last me a lifetime. In fact, now that I am done buying a lot of books for a while, I think I'm going to start doing Saturday shelfie tours pretty soon so that you can see all the books I have. Of course, I have acquired a lot of books before I ever started BookTube, and I usually do my videos right here in front of these shelves, but I have shelves stretching this way and shelves stretching around the corner that way, and shelves in my utility room, and then Katie's shelf in the living room, and I have a few in there. So we've got a lot of books, and my husband has shelves above and below and around the corner as well. So it'll take me a while to get through all of our shelfie tours, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to read the books I own before I buy a lot more books. Now, I'm not putting myself on any kind of a book buying ban because I just can't do that. And if I run across a book that I'm really needing for a series that I'm really ready to read, then of course I will grab it. But I am running out of space. And so I need to get busy reading some of the books I own so I can pass them on to other people and then make a little space for new books. So that's my plan. Hope you enjoyed this video of Christian mysteries. And if you haven't checked out any of my other fall book haul videos, I have one for women's fiction and romance. I have one for just general Christian fiction, and I have one for fantasy and middle grade, and cozy, and then another for cozy mysteries. So those are all my favorite genres of books. If any of those are genres that interest you, I hope you'll take a look at those videos. But that's all I have for this video. Hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.